This research paper examines the effect of drug abuse in the home environment. It examines the chemical and scientific definition of addiction as a disease, as well as the different attributes children of drug abuse obtain. This paper concludes that addiction is in fact a disease, and children living in this environment are severely affected mentally and physically by the user in the home. It is clear that parental drug abuse is steadily increasing and that these people need to receive help to save their children from traumatic experiences. My research will aid by creating an open-minded society. Many family members, spouses, and children of addicts distance or completely exclude themselves, creating a lonely environment for the person at hand. This cycle creates more harm than good and results in severe struggle for all members of the family. In order to break this cycle, more individuals need to understand that addiction is merely chemical. The brain requires that given drug to release dopamine, the happy hormone, that are associated with reward, motivation, and memory. Without the sense that addiction is a disease, such like mental disorders, that can be well treated but never fully cured, moreover, it is believed that addiction is merely a disease that cannot be cured. The family unit is affected greatly throughout the user's lows and highs. As a user progresses, drugs become more important than life. Due to the chemical release as addicts continue to use, quitting is not an option. Spouses often feel that the person that they fell in love with only shows up part of the time of the relationship, if ever. It's like they are with someone with two personalities. The addict will love you and steal from you in the same breath. Users continue their terrible habits because drugs are all the brain can think about when addicted. The behavior of an addict is automatic and reflexive, and based out of a need for substances that is both physical and psychological. How they can get it, where they can use it, and how many times are the factors they can think about every single day. The family unit is constantly attacked by a loved one that they no longer recognize. Despite the situation, using puts the family in. The addict will no longer have sympathy as they are doing it to fulfill a craving beyond their mental control. The debate is now put to rest between drug abuse as a disease or a decision. Studies have found that over time, drugs usually always becomes addiction. This need for narcotics is purely chemical inside one's brain. Regardless, children and family of the users become extremely distant and relationships are broken. Parental addiction is one of the most dangerous situations for a child, regarding the lack of control towards their mental function. Many believe that users are able to quit whenever they want. People are astonished when they see children in tough situations because they're a child of an addict. But this issue is not black and white. Learning that the brain signals implicate that the drug is now needed for survival and that the users do not want to stop because that is all they care about in the world. Children become objects and love is only associated with experience a high. The research is important for society as a whole to understand.